So you want to know how to fight the Pétank in Ancient Sanctuary. Well, this is the guide for you. Upon entering Ancient Sanctuary at the entrance rest point, you'll see a strange creature with a blue glowing orb in it. This is Pétank, an optional not side boss that if you defeat within a certain amount of rounds, you get some nice loot. Similar to the mimes, Pétank is not a boss necessarily, but you should approach it as if it was one in its own right. Upon approaching Pétank, it's going to begin to move around the entrance of the map. All you have to do is just continually run towards it. Continue to run after it until it lands on a blue platform, in which case you can finally engage in combat. Though attacking it does not mean you get first strike. Every Pétank is a little bit different, but this specific Pétank, which is probably going to be your first Pétank, is a 3-round DPS check. It starts out with 5 shields. You can quickly get rid of these shields with free aim. For me, I dedicated Gustav at this point to a bit of a free aim build, so he took care of it for me. Once the shields are done, it is all about just getting at the damage. This specific Pétank does not have a lot of health, it's really more focused on shields. So as long as you're okay with spraying some AP for free aim shots, you really shouldn't have any major issue here. Ancient Sanctuary's Pétank is really only challenging for team compositions that are made for long battles. At this point in your party, you're going to have Gustav, Loon, and Mayel. As long as one of them is dedicated to DPS in some form or fashion, this should be a pretty straightforward fight. Now, Pétank is not weak to ice, fire, lightning, or earth, so Loon doesn't have outright DPS bonuses against this enemy. Instead, you can just focus on proccing burn stacks and using ice to slow it down in the rotation queue. That being said, if you're going crit Loon, then you can use lightning and get some bonus damage in there. Otherwise, Mayel's probably going to be your best bet here. Gustav is great for setting up Mark. Mayel, you can then follow up with skills either through Virtuoso stance or skills that play off Mark for additional damage. In my opinion, the easiest way to beat this Pétank is have Loon or Gustav focus on reducing its shields, then whoever is not focusing on their shields is proccing burn stacks. Mayel then can switch to Virtuoso stance by playing out the burn stacks with Swift Stride. Upon doing so, you can follow with Floret Fury, and if the Pétank is still alive at that point, you can follow with Percier. The big thing is you don't want to spread your AP out too thin across the board. You want to ensure your DPS is able to have enough AP to unleash their stronger attacks. Upon defeating Pétank, you get 3,860 chroma, 5 polished chroma catalyst, 1 recoat, and 5 color alumina, making this a very desirable side enemy to go after. Now, this is not the only Pétank in the game. There are multiple Pétanks, and all of them will flee after a certain amount of rounds, making them all in some form or fashion a DPS check. Pétank's movement wise, as every turn it gets to give itself 3 shields, and it gets to perform a melee attack. You want to dodge as soon as it releases its stored rocks. And there you go, that is your Pétank fight. So let me know in the comments when you beat the Ancient Sanctuary's Pétank.